Look at this network of vessels. If you laid out the human circulatory system end to end, it would stretch over 60,000 miles. That is enough distance to wrap around the Earth twice, all powered by a single organ beating over 100,000 times every single day. The heart is a 4-chambered pump, right and left atria above, right and left ventricles below. Labels appear backwards because biology uses the patient's perspective. The blue right side collects deoxygenated blood, while the red left side pumps oxygen-rich blood out to your tissues. Keeping oxygenated and deoxygenated blood strictly separated ensures that your cells receive the precise concentration of oxygen they require. Without this physical barrier, cellular respiration would stall, and the body would fail. This flowchart illustrates exactly how blood travels through the double circulatory system. In the first loop, called the pulmonary circuit, deoxygenated blood arrives from the body, enters the right side of the heart, and is pumped directly up to the lungs to pick up oxygen. Once the blood is loaded with oxygen, it travels back down into the left side of the heart. This initiates the systemic circuit, where the left ventricle squeezes tight and pushes that red oxygenated blood downward to supply the rest of the body. The pathways carrying all this blood flow into 3 main structural categories: arteries, veins, and capillaries. As we look at these cross-sections, you can see their physical designs are heavily specialized. Arteries have thick muscular walls to handle blood surging away from the heart under massive pressure. Veins carry slower-moving blood back to the heart, so they rely on thinner walls and mechanical valves that snap shut to prevent gravity from pulling blood backward. Finally, capillaries act as tiny local delivery routes, utilizing walls only 1 cell thick, so oxygen and nutrients can pass directly into surrounding tissues. By matching the thickness and structure of the vessel walls to the exact pressure of the fluid inside them, the body maintains a continuous closed loop optimized for delivery. If we zoom in on the fluid inside those capillaries, we can see that blood is composed of 4 distinct components. The majority is a yellowish liquid called plasma, which provides the fluid base for red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. The plasma acts as the river carrying the cargo. The red blood cells act as delivery trucks hauling oxygen. The white blood cells operate as the immune system's frontline troops attacking infections, while the sticky platelets act as emergency repair crews clumping together to seal over open wounds. Let's pull back to the macro flowchart to look at a common trap. Students often assume that because arteries are drawn in red, they always carry oxygen-rich blood. But look closely at this specific pulsating vessel leading from the right ventricle up to the lungs. Based strictly on the direction the blood is flowing, what do we call this vessel, and what is its oxygen state? It is the pulmonary artery, and it carries deoxygenated blood. The rule of cardiovascular biology is simple. Arteries carry blood away from the heart, and veins carry blood back to it. The direction of flow dictates the name, not the oxygen content. Correctly identifying the pulmonary exception demonstrates a mastery of anatomical mechanics, proving how the direction of flow defines the vessel regardless of its oxygen state. Let's apply this mechanical logic to a standard testing scenario. If an exam asks where blood flow velocity is the absolute fastest, look directly at the primary exits. The correct answers are the pulmonary artery and the aorta. This velocity is a direct result of physics. The thick, muscular walls of the ventricles contract violently, slamming shut the internal valves and forcing the fluid out through those 2 specific vessels at maximum speed. When you see questions describing the circulatory system as the primary transport network, this is exactly what they want you to connect. High-pressure mechanical pumping directly enables the rapid, reliable delivery of glucose and oxygen to active tissues anywhere in the body. Here is your complete overview. A 4-chambered pump pushing fluid through a double circuit, 3 structural types of vessels managing flow and pressure, and 4 distinct components suspended in plasma doing the heavy lifting at the cellular level. This circulatory map provides the essential structural logic used daily in pharmacology, emergency medicine, and advanced physiology. Master the flow of this map, and you master the human engine.